Hi. Hi, I'm Belinda Gibbs, and this is Help Me Understand. If you had a child getting ready to graduate and enter the working world, what would you tell him or her? What would you tell him or her about integrity, about working hard, and about playing by the rules? Well, I have a grandson. His name is Jalen. He's 17 years old, and I've been asking myself that question every single day. Because here's my problem. Everything I want to tell him, everything I believe about being a good person, about fairness, about putting in the work, about earning your place, I believe it. I still believe it. But I also have eyes. And what I'm watching, what we're all watching right now, is a group of people in the highest offices in this country who have looked every single one of us dead in the face and said, fuck you. Not in those words, they're too smart for that, but in every contract they've rigged, every pardon they've sold, every billion-dollar deal they've handed to their own children while the rest of us play by the rules. That's Maria Antoinette. Let them eat cake. Except this time, Maria Antoinette has a cryptocurrency company and her kids are getting Pentagon contracts. And the most disgusting part, they don't even try to hide it anymore. They put it right in our faces, brazen, laughing, like they're absolutely certain that we're too stupid, too exhausted, too beaten down to do anything about it. That's what pisses me off more than anything. Not just that they're stealing, but they think we won't notice. Or if we notice, we won't care. Or if we care, we'll do nothing. They're counting on our silence. Well, I'm Belinda Gibbs, and this has helped me understand, and I have a grandson who deserves better. I have a grandson who deserves the truth. So let's talk about what's actually happening. I want you to know that I still want to tell Jalen to have integrity. I want to tell him to work hard, to compete honestly, to earn his place. But I want to be real with you and with him about what that costs right now. Because when I tell my grandson to go out there and be a good man, to play fair, follow the rules, I'm sending him into a cage fight with one arm tied behind his back. And the man on the other side of that cage fight, his daddy owns it. His daddy's friends are the judges. His daddy's lawyers are the refs. And his daddy just got a $620 million government loan pushed through by a White House advisor, a company his dad already had stake in. No competition, no bidding, no merits required, just a phone call, just a last name. I need you to sit with that for a second, because this is not abstract. This is not political noise. This is documented. I have the receipts, and I'm going to show them to you right now. ProPublica. And if you don't know what ProPublica is, they are a Pulitzer Prize winning independent investigative newsroom. They don't have a side, they have documents. ProPublica published on June 3rd, 2026, that Peter Navarro, a senior White House advisor, personally called the Department of Justice to push through a $620 million government loan to a startup company. No track record, no competitive bid, no merit review, just a call from the White House. And a DOD official on record said exactly this, quote, "The call came from the White House. We have to get this done." So why Volcan Elements? Because Donald Trump Jr.'s venture capital firm already had a stake in them. The president's son stood to profit from a taxpayer-funded government loan that his daddy's personal advisor pushed through. Yeah, that sounds fair, doesn't it? The second thing, a U.S. Air Force inceptor needed drones, for national security, for the people who put on uniforms and serve this country. They signed a contract with PowerUs. PowerUs is backed by, you guessed it, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump. So somewhere out there, a veteran-owned company, an aerospace company is building a better drone, that filled every form, that followed the rules, that sent their best engineers and their best products and their best bid. They lost. Not because their drone was worse, but because their last name wasn't Trump. Nice, huh? And this third one, this is the one that made my stomach turn. Xiaopeng Zhao goes by CZ, a billionaire founded Binance, one of the biggest crypto exchanges in the world. He pled guilty to federal money laundering violations, real charges, He went to prison. While he was in prison, get this, while he was sitting in prison, his company provided free engineering to the Trump family's crypto venture. They engineered a $2 billion investment into the Trump's family's stablecoin from a foreign government-funded agency. $2 billion from a foreign government into the Trump's family's pockets. Trump pardoned CZ in October of 2025, and a reporter on 60 Minutes asked him directly, "Does this look corrupt to you?" Do you know what he said? He said he didn't know who CZ was. Yeah. And I need you to hear this. He said, "I'd rather have you not ask the question." Yeah. Maria Antoinette couldn't have said it better herself. And you know, what do I tell Jalen? What do I tell him? A 17-year-old boy who's about to walk out into this world, this specific world, the one we actually live in right now, and try to make something of himself with nothing but his talent, his work, and his ethic, and his integrity. Good luck. Well, I've thought about this a lot. And here's what I've got. I'm going to tell him that integrity is not a strategy for winning the game. It's a decision about who you are and who you are while you're playing it. And nobody, not a rigged contract, not a bot judge, not a president who sells pardons and pockets billions, nobody can reach inside and take that. I'll tell him, stay angry, not bitter. There's a difference. Anger looks outward and asks, what are you going to do about it? And that's what I would ask him. I'd tell him, learn how this power actually works. Not the civics class version, the real version. Follow the money. Read the documents. Ask who signed what and who funded and who got paid when the deal went through. Because you can't fight a fixed fight if you don't even know it's fixed. And I'd tell him, your grandmother saw it. She called it out. She put it on the record. Not because I think this podcast is going to bring down the powerful. Yeah, good luck with that. But because I absolutely refuse to let you inherit this world with at least telling you the truth about it. They're counting on our exhaustion. They're counting on our silence. They're counting on us to they're counting on us being overwhelmed by the next story and the next scandal, the next brazen middle finger in our faces, that we'll just give up. Not today. My name is Valinda Gibbs, and these were the receipts.